Greetings. This is Brand Pulse Unplugged. My name is Akonte Ekine, and today we join the world to celebrate the World Oral Health Day. The theme of this year's World Oral Health Day is Happy Mouth is Happy Life. Do you agree? And if you don't, why? However, I think it is very apt considering the fact that it is the gateway to our body. So, before we go ahead, some of the brands that have been listed on our Consumers Value Awards, we have tried to bring them to the fore. Oral-B in 2024 was adjudged the best value for money brand when it comes to oral health. In 2023, Close-Up toothpaste was adjudged the best brand for value for money in the Consumers Value Award. My Mind was also on the list, but its voting was less than 35%. Pepsodent had a tough battle with other brands on the Consumers Value Awards. So, on the basis of what we have done in the last 4 years of existence of the Consumers Value Award, we are joining the public and joining the world in celebrating the World Oral Health Day by hitting the streets to find out what brand actually gives the consumers that satisfaction when it comes to oral health. You will agree with me that oral health is very, very important. The Nigerian Dental Association was founded in 1967 and is the authoritative non-profit body for dentists in Nigeria. And its aim is to achieve optimal oral health through advocacy, awareness, and education. The NDA defines oral health as a state of the oral cavity and related issues that enables eating, speaking, and socializing without active disease or discomfort, integral to overall oral health. Why is oral health important? From our findings, it is important because it keeps our teeth in good state and gives us longer life. It enables us to avoid diseases and prevent complications. Oral health is so important that it has psychological impact in our total physical presence. And ask yourself, without a good dentition, without a good oral health, do you have the confidence to speak in public? Do you have that personnel to carry yourself out? So I think you need to also know that the basic oral health that you need to engage in is daily brushing. A brand says you should brush twice a day, but I have the privilege of working with a brand many years back, and the emphasis was the need to brush morning and night. Then the same brand talks about the Nigerian Dental Association actually stated that you should use daily flossing to remove plaque and food particles that your toothbrush couldn't address. One of the components in this brand is that there is fluoride in it. So you use fluoride toothpaste to strengthen your tooth and then protect against decay. Your dietary habits, they said you should limit your sugary snacks and beverages to reduce the risk of cavities, opting instead for tooth-friendly options. Now, the last part is the need to regularly visit a dentist, at least once or twice in a year. An average consumer should visit a dentist. So we are hitting the street to find out if the average Nigerian uses any of these or more of these products, and if they do visit dentists.
What toothpaste do you use?
Okay, I use Close-Up religiously.
And why is that?
I deliberately use the word religiously because it's something that I have used, and from the look of things, I will still continue to use. The reason is that I think I have some satisfaction. The expectations I have about toothpaste, I think it's only Close-Up that is giving it to me. You understand? I tried several. I've used Close-Up for a very, very long time. For a long time. I don't want to mention names. I've tried 1, 2, 3, but I'll come back to my Close-Up.
Does it meet your satisfaction?
Yes, it means my satisfaction. Even though lately I observed that I don't know if it's quality, I don't know if it's the function of the economy, I don't know if it is what is running across um, all sectors or segments of society, especially in this climate. I think in terms of quality, I don't know. I think they've reduced it a bit, but I still get the kind of satisfaction that I desire.
So, what are your thoughts on oral health?
Yeah, thank you. I'm an advocate of oral hygiene. According to some medical experts, I don't know how true it is because I'm not in the medical line. Um, they say that if sickness wants to come, it comes through your hand and your mouth. So these two places, parts of the body, you need to wash them at all times. They need to be clean at all times. Wash your hands, then brush your mouth. I can't go to bed without brushing. And when I wake up, the first thing I do is to brush. Unless it's about the first thing, maybe after praying, the next thing.
So,
Just brush.
on that, so how many times a day do you brush it?
Twice. Morning and evening.
That's right.
Morning and evening. Unless maybe I'm on location or somewhere that is not, I'll still find a way to do it.
What toothpaste do you use?
I use Oral-B.
Oral-B. Okay, that's great. And why is oral health so important?
So it's very important to brush your teeth because by the time you wake up and you don't brush, your mouth will smell. And it's not just only brushing, but brushing and also brushing your tongue. Some other people brush and they don't brush their tongue. So, and you go around talking to people and then people need to cover their mouths and it's not good. So it's very important that you take your oral health very key. At least if you cannot brush twice a day, you can do it once a day. Mainly you wake up, make sure you brush properly and then make sure you brush your tongue. It's very important. People just think it's the thing, but they need to also brush their tongue because the tongue is what generates the smell.
What toothpaste do you use?
I use Close Up.
And why do you prefer to use Close Up?
I think I prefer Close Up because of it has a kind of special taste Then even the look of the gel itself, I think I like it.
What are your thoughts on Oral Health Day? How important is it to the society?
It is very critical. If you consider the amount of money, consumers cannot afford it. Yes. So it costs a lot of money. You should not allow yourself to degenerate into that area. So care for your oral health right from the beginning by using the right toothpaste.
So why is oral health so important?
Oral health is important because you go out, you meet different people, you can't just talk outside, you can't stand different. So you need to take proper care of your mouth. You rinse your mouth properly, you wash with a good toothpaste, you use other mouth accessories to give you the good smell. When you speak out, then people will be able to stand with you.
Oral health is so important.
First of all, oral health is so important because it keeps germs under control, most especially when you brush oftenly and you use good toothpaste to brush. Yeah, I think that's why oral health is so important.
So we've got a mixed bag of consumers on the street willing to talk about oral health, and that's part of the message. You need a good oral health to have some high degree of psychological freedom to talk. So they have run or commented based on their personal opinion about the brands they prefer. What is your opinion on oral health? Leave a comment on oral health. What do you think can be done to improve oral health? The brands are doing very well. They've done classification or categorization of their brands such that you cannot afford to say that you can't afford any of these brands in different sizes. So I think it is very, very nice for us to hear your own side. It's about you, what you think about oral health. And your oral health is as important as your neighbor's oral health. So join the conversation, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thank you. My name is Akonte Ekine, and this is Brand Pulse Unplugged.